Welcome to a new video. And I know I just got through talking about the whole video with the vendors being stolen from and being robbed at freaking when I worked at the store and everything. Um, this is a crazy story, and it's happened around 3-4 months ago. And before I get into it, though, before I get into that, because it's hard to talk about, but I don't plan on doing a bunch of videos like this. I got to keep it real sometime with stuff that really goes on in the world and everything. And I know coming to my channel, you guys like pickups video, hitting gems, me talking about video games all the time, but and that's good and all, but sometimes I got to talk about some other stuff that's going on, and it's not very happy, but I'm just gonna go ahead and come out with it now. So, about 3-4 months ago, a friend of mine was robbed. He pretty much a home invasion. He wasn't there at the time when it happened, but he was out of town at work and everything. And thankfully he wasn't there, of course, because one of the worst things that can happen to you, is in the world, to me, at least one of my fears, is being like an intruder in my home. It's like, man, can you imagine like waking up and you have that like ominous feeling that there's like an intruder in your house, something's not right. It's not a good feeling. It's one of the worst feelings you can ever have, and it still like trips me out to this day. But he was out of town and came back home, noticed something was wrong with the front door, of course, realized he was broken into. He immediately goes into the house and see what happens. Place is trashed. He didn't really have anything besides, I guess, what worse than anything, maybe, I guess you could say, his video game collection. They took around $10,000 worth of video games from him, and one reason it was so easy for them to take it was because he had his games in a tote at the time. He was getting ready to move them, and it was just really easy for them to pick that tote up, load it up. Okay, this looks like it's worth some money. Let's get out of here. Now they, of course, when people rob your house or whatever, they're looking for stuff like cash, jewelry, gold, diamonds, stuff that's easy to sell, make them some money quick and easy to get out the door. But when they don't find that type of stuff, they get desperate, and they just take whatever they can that they think is worth something, because if you, at least to me, if you're breaking into someone's home, you're taking a risk, because once you're inside their realm, I mean, it's game on pretty much. They could blow your head off, and it's just the games they took, $10,000 worth of games, and these were like more high dollar in games, of course. Like I believe there was a lot of Super Nintendo stuff in box Super Nintendo games, like think of something like Sparkster in box or something like that, or Castlevania, Dracula X in box, complete in box. That stuff goes for money. And my buddy, he bought a lot of that stuff when of course, it was cheaper years ago, so he had knocked it all out. Or even if he got it even a couple years ago, it was more like like great deals of bundles and everything. So he had worked hard to collect a lot of stuff, and I remember I talked to him about it over the years, like, man, how do you get all this good stuff, man? You get the great deals and everything. Very patient man. And he's a gamer. When he has his off time, he plays a lot of video games, so he's really like getting into his stuff pretty much. So it just really hit home for him, and I was trying to like talk to him about it to get him out of that funk, because when someone steals from you, like, or breaks into your home, it's just, it hurts. Like, man, what the hell? Like, and, I was kind of trying to guide him into recovery, of course. You'll get past this, whatever. This is material stuff. What we have in our homes is material stuff pretty much. So, it can be replaced, or, or whatnot, or, whatever. So, I was just talking to him about it, and, he just really kind of was out of it after that happened, because he feels like violated. He feels like it could happen again. He just doesn't want to get into it anymore. But like I said, he's still in the healing process, and I talked to him a couple times about it, and everything. So why I was bringing this to you guys' attention is pretty much this. In your homes, we have stuff that is very valuable to us, whether it's a hobby like video games or, gold, picture, diamonds, or whatever you have, it's your home, and you want to make sure you take precaution in protecting your home, whether you have a regular house or you rent or whatever, you just got to protect yourself. And of course, I would recommend having a firearm, because like I said, if you catch someone in your house that's not an intruder in your house, you're not trying to go in there and fist fight with them. You ready to blow their head off or whatever. And I'm not trying to be violent or nothing like that, guys. I'm just saying you got to protect yourself because there's some crazy stuff out there. But another way you can protect yourself, because you're not at home all the time. You probably want to have like cameras in your home or something like that. A camera. They have those cameras where you set them up in your house or wherever you're living at, and they detect if something's different in the house, like whether the change in the air or whatever. It's hot or it gets colder or whatever. It senses all that stuff. Like if a door is open, pretty much the door is open or someone's in there, it will alert you on your phone and pretty much give you a feed and everything. You can see what's going down. So someone's in your house or something's going on, you could let somebody know, like, honestly, like, so of course someone breaking in, or hell, even like a natural disaster accident happening, it's going to let you know what's going down. But mainly too, if someone's robbing your house and you're not home, you can't protect yourself or whatnot, you can call the police and say, hey, there's someone in my house right now, I don't know who they are, they're robbing my house, and you need to get down there. As soon as the police get that call, they're going to be on it, because they can't wait for that type of stuff. And the response for burglaries and stuff like that is pretty fast from what I've seen, especially when it comes to homes and everything like that. So now it's not going to 100% protect you from being robbed or losing stuff. Some people may get in your house and they're gone within like minutes or whatever. They get what they need, they know what they're going after, and they get out. So real fast before the police gets there. But more than likely, I think that I think the police would response is pretty good. I think they will most likely, handle it or whatever, or get there before, anything. Well, you guys know what I'm saying. But anyways, just take precaution in protecting yourself, guys. Insurance, of course, in your place, make sure you're covered, because you never know, accident happen, fire, earthquake, wherever you live, whatever, you want to be insured somewhat, and of course, like I said, if you're home, and you want to have some protection there too. So unless you think you want to go in a fist fight with somebody, with the unknown, you could go for it too. But me, I would much rather have a firearm ready to go. So So, but anyways, guys, this is just like I said, it's just caution for you guys to take care of your stuff out there, or yourselves, your homes, your family, and all that stuff. Just make sure you have precautions or whatever, pretty much, because you never know what's going to happen. And like I said, with his case, it was this material stuff, it's all replaceable, but like I said, it just hurts when you're violated like that, and nobody should be violated like that. Your home is your castle. It's as simple as that. So just let me know in the comments too if anything like this happened to you guys. I was reading the comments in my last video about the being robbed at a game store, pretty much being stolen from, and I saw some stories about people saying they were robbed in there. So I didn't get to read them all, but if you have a story, something that happened like that to you, let me know in the comments. I'll be interested in reading, and I'll be try to be really active in these comments to answer some of you guys' questions if you have anything you want to tell me about that, because man, it's just, even talking about that, it just really bugs me. And I know it's hard for him to talk about, but like I said, you'll get over it. You'll be able to move on. The healing process comes in. But man, it's just like, what the hell, man? Someone has the nerve to break into your home and take something that doesn't. It's just, man, it's mind-boggling. I'm not trying to ramble on, guys, and nothing like that. It's just, I had a lot to say, but it's just, my mind is just flooding right now with stuff I want to talk about in this video. But yeah, just to go back to what I said, you just gotta find a way to protect yourself. And I think the camera is the best way to help protect yourself when you're out of town. Of course, if you're able to have pets that'll take care of intruders, that's cool too. But you know, if an intruder has a weapon or whatnot, you know, your pet could be in jeopardy or whatever. So, you know, like I said, I think that camera or some kind of camera in your house is the best type of defense when you're not at home. You know, and like I said, they don't know where the cameras are. You know where they're at, so you can see what's going down pretty much. And I've talked with a couple of people about these cameras and everything, and you know, I don't have the specific one right now that I remember, but there was one where I think it was like $200, and you know, it had all this cool stuff to it, and it was really top of the line stuff. And I was like, wow, this will definitely help you protect yourself. So. Look into that, guys. If you have a lot of stuff in your house or whatever you want to protect and everything, you know. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm going on and on. I mean to stop. So, anyways, like I said, like what I said in the video, take precaution, protect yourselves, and do your best. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Radical Reggie, and I will see you later.